feel like it's hard to forgive yourself? You feel like the guilt is taking a toll on your life? You feel like there's no end in sight? Today, I want to talk about some techniques that I personally use to help me overcome guilt. I want to talk about why you feel guilty, and I want to talk into the 6 techniques on how you can change that. So let's get started. So why do we feel guilty? Why do we feel like we can't forgive ourselves? This is typically because the person affected is someone we care about deeply. Could be a friend, could be family, could be your spouse, whoever it is. They put their trust in us, they loved us, and we felt like we let them down and we harmed them in some way. Whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, we harmed them. This is where our guilt comes from. This is why we can't forgive ourselves. So my first technique would be trying to talk to that person, trying to let them know that, hey, I feel really guilty about what went down, and I would just like to have a conversation and try to clear things up, clear the air if at all possible. And one of 2 things are going to happen out of that conversation. Either one, the person will actually meet and talk with you, and you might actually find out that your perspective on the whole thing was completely off. And then all that stress that you brought to yourself was not needed, and everything is perfectly okay. Maybe you guys will work through it, wherever it may be. Or it could go the other way, where you may not even have that conversation and that person may not even want to talk to you. And that's fine. You have to realize that you put your best foot forward. You try to make amends, and that's all you can do. My second technique is to understand that we are growing. We are human, we make mistakes. And it is in our DNA to make mistakes. You cannot be perfect. There's no one out there that is perfect. You're going to make mistakes. To realize that this isn't going to be the first time, this isn't going to be the last time. That because you hurt someone today, you may be the person that's getting hurt tomorrow. Just to realize this, to understand that this is just part of growth, that this is going to happen. My next technique is to check your environment. Now, what do I mean by check your environment? What I mean is you need to make sure your environment is healthy. You don't want to be surrounded by negative people who are going to sit and dwell and make you feel bad about what you did, make you feel guilty about the situation you were in. These aren't the people you want in your life. These aren't the people you want around during this situation. What you want is positive people that are going to continue to push you forward so you're not dwelling. And so check your environment, and also make sure that whatever you're doing, you're not relying on any kind of crutch. You do not want a crutch during this time either. And you don't want something that's going to make you feel bad, so you use a crutch that's only going to keep you in the situation you're in, keep you in the mindset that you're in. My next technique would be to understand the grand scheme of things. Now, what I mean by that is your life as a whole. Are you going to put tons of time, effort, and energy into something that's going to only drain you and set you back? Or are you going to continue to move forward? Are you going to continue to grow? Are you going to continue to learn from this experience and keep pushing forward? The next technique is that you choose to forgive yourself. I know this is easier said than done, but maybe you reached out, maybe they didn't want to have that conversation with you, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever the case may be, maybe even during that moment, maybe you gave it all you could with the information you had, and you felt like you couldn't have given any more during that time. This is something that you need to understand. This is where you choose to move forward. This is where you choose to forgive yourself and to understand that no matter what, you did your best, and that you left everything on the table, and it is what it is. From now on, you will choose to move forward. Another technique I have for you guys is to start something new. Now, whether that's a new relationship, whether that's a new project, or you start going to the gym, whatever it is, you need to start building momentum again. You need to start building that thing that you feel is going to propel you forward. You don't want to sit and dwell, because the longer you sit and dwell, that's more energy wasted, that's more time wasted that you're not going to get back. And again, if you look at the grand scheme of things, starting something new now can help build better things later than what you had, than whatever situation you were in. So if you made it this far, I have another technique I'd like to share with you guys. I think it's one of the better techniques out of all the techniques I've shared with you today, and that is be a model for others to follow. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, if you got kids or you got friends or family, get someone that's looking up to you, set the model, show them that you are not going to let whatever the situation was take you down, feeling guilty, feeling bad for yourself, that you're going to bounce back, that you're going to put your best foot forward, try to repair whatever it is, whatever damage you may have done, fix things, don't let it sit and dwell, that you're going to bounce back and you're going to continue to push forward. Inspire them, motivate them, to show them that you're not going to let things get you down, that you're going to keep moving no matter what. And that's the best thing to do, is to set the model and give them something to inspire to be. So in conclusion, we want to try to talk to that person and smooth things out. If that doesn't work, we know that it's just growth, it's part of life. Things like this is going to happen. Thirdly, we want to make sure that we have a positive environment. Check your environment. Fourthly, in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? Fifth is to choose to stop feeling guilty. Sixth is to start something new. Go out and just do something new to get your mind off of the situation you're in. And then lastly is to understand that you want to be the model for others to follow. If you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. And if there's any techniques that you think are helpful or you want to try to implement, please comment down below. I'd love to know what exact techniques you find intriguing or want to use. So if you enjoy the video and you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.